We are tired of being persecuted. We are tired of being arrested, being sent to prison just because we are holding people accountable. You cannot send us to prison just because we held the president's son accountable. The people that is abducting, the people that are being tortured, even those are children to people. They have fathers, they have mothers, some of them are even fathers. People are looking for their family members. They can't find their family members. They are living in financial turmoil, emotional turmoil, just because the president's son has chosen to abduct them and keep them. And when we chose to speak up about this, they arrested us and now they want to send us to prison. That's why it's very important for each one of you to come and join us, to raise our voices against the acts of Muhoozi, against the acts of abducting people, of holding political prisoners in prison and leaving their families to suffer. Because for us, when we spoke up, they just see 3 young girls, they can get arrested and sent into prison without anyone speaking up. That's why we have chosen that enough is enough. We are going to speak about our case such that all of you can know. On 20th of June this year, after Ejoogo was abducted, put in a basement and tortured by Muhoozi, he tweeted about it. People moved on from it, but we felt it was not enough for people to move on from it. So 3 of us, me, myself, Namara, and Kobsinje Nora, we decided to protest, demanding that this man, Muhoozi, is held accountable for his actions. But ever since then, we have just been battling. From right when we were taken to police, they were trying to disappear us. They were not wanting to take us to court. We protested at court because the magistrate, Conrad Oroya Obol, also wanted to just whisk us to prison. When our lawyers were on the ground, they picked us up, took us to court. Police, prison wardens, and a magistrate were conniving to see that we went to prison. If we had not shouted, if we had not told our lawyers what was happening to us, right now we would be in prison. But here we are now, December 15th, our next court hearing, and we are very sure we see no hope because the magistrate who is listening to our case already showed us the side he's on. The witnesses that come to court to listen to our case are people who were torturing us, who were telling us the law in this country is Museveni and the first family. Please, people, raise our voices, amplify this video, share, post, comment, show solidarity, such that these people know that we are not going to go down fighting, without fighting.
We are tired of being treated as enemies in our own country. We are as if we are in exile, and yet Uganda is home. We have no any other country to run to. We are trying to make things possible in our country. We are trying to make things better in our country. We went out there on the streets on 20th June of this year, and we advocated for the release of Ejoogo, who was abducted by security operatives, and later on we found out that he was being kept by the first son, General Muhoozi, and he was in his basement. How did we find out? You all saw his post on social media, that is X, on his X handle. He posted him with visible marks of torture all over his face and his arms. And we decided to mobilize ourselves. We went to the streets. We protested, peacefully protested. We were only holding our placards in our hands, and we called the authorities to arrest him. But guess what? We were met with police brutality. We were arrested, taken to police custody, where we spent for more than 48 hours, and we had to fight for our rights, because in our constitution we are not supposed to be kept in police custody for more than 48 hours. We demanded to be taken to court, and these guys never wanted to take us to court. They wanted to disappear us in the middle of the night. We had to fight for ourselves. We fought that day. We fought, we protested, not physically fighting, but we protested in police custody, and they took us to court. Guess what? They sneaked us in the court, denying us a fair trial without our lawyers. As one of our colleagues demanded for our lawyers, they shut her up, and we were sent to Muzira, which we had like to speak out for ourselves. We had to stand up. Still, we protested again peacefully, and we were met with police brutality at the court, that is LODC. We were beaten, we were tortured. Some of you saw all the videos where the videos went viral on social media platforms. We were beaten, we were assaulted by the same police officers who were supposed to protect us. They beat us, they tortured us, they slapped us, they kicked us. Some of them wanted even to shoot us. But people recorded them. And later on, after speaking out, because we all know that silence does not protect anybody. And the price of keeping quiet is far greater than the price of speaking out. So after speaking out, they gave us, like, they had to sit again, and the court gave us bail. But still, they had to send us to Zida for 1 day. But right now, we are still battling this case. They have added another person on our charge sheet. We were free. The evidence is out there on televisions and different social media platforms. But they have added another person whom we don't even know. We were only 3 women, young women on the streets. Right now, we are being told that we are 4, of which we don't know the 4th person. The case is becoming more complicated, and we need everyone's voice on this, on this case. We need you guys, we need Ugandans, stand up for us as we stand up for freedom. Thank you.
We went to the streets to hold Muhoozi, the first son, accountable for abducting a number of Ugandans, torturing them, kidnapping them, and he comes out publicly and proudly to show off that he's torturing us and making us powerless about our country. This is our country. When 3 of us, Praise, Nora and I, come to the streets to call upon responsible authorities to hold Muhoozi accountable, including you Ugandans, all of you should come out and call out this guy. He's proudly making our country a laughing stock, and now we are being politically persecuted. There is an ongoing case where we are being frustrated and persecuted for demonstrating for the freedom of political prisoners. Yet we have criminals like Muhoozi, we have criminals like Anita Mango who are harassing young women. Now Nyamtoro has joined. They are harassing young women for showing their interest in contesting for political positions. These are the criminals that should be prosecuted and put in courts of law. But we are the ones who spent months going and reporting to LDC court. And in December on 15th, this is going to be the 7th time we are appearing in that court, because of a biased magistrate who attempted to illegally remand us in June. And in July, we started reporting. Up to now, we are being frustrated and being persecuted just for holding a peaceful assembly. We call on to Ugandans to stand in solidarity. This is not about us. It is about a number of Ugandans who are being persecuted in courts of law, who are being tortured. We felt so concerned because our own blood sisters, I don't have to be your relative for you to be my blood sister or brother. I feel so concerned when a fellow Ugandan is being tortured, is being kidnapped, just for a political opinion which is constitutionally provided for. So we call upon Ugandans to stand in solidarity with us, but as well, do not keep silent about the issue of political prisoners. Dr. Besigye is in prison, Bobby Young, Yasin Machete, there are several young women who are in prison just because of their political ideologies. So let this stop. Magistrate Conrad should stop executing the instructions of his bosses, and he should follow the law and not persecute us. Thank you so much.